The tools for embroidery are rather simple. We have here just a 12-inch diameter hoop with some muslin stretch through, but the stitches are done with embroidery needles. So if you're looking, you want something like this. Tapestry needles usually are for needlepoint or the thicker threads. And here we have, these are just regular embroidery needles. They come in different sizes. So it's good to have a few packets of these needles in your toolkit. As you might imagine, there's a variety of threads that can be used in embroidery. This is really more like a needlepoint thread. This would be used with the tapestry needles. And then this particular thread here is a variation of pearl cotton. You can see how thin and tight that is. And then these are some different colors of the same kind of thread. This is the embroidery thread that you're going to see most. I know if you go to Sil Thread in New York City, they're like a couple dollars a bundle. But I'm going to talk more about this in a moment. These, they come in different colors. They're not terribly expensive, but they work quite nicely. I've taken a little bit of the red out of one of the bundles. I'm going to set this aside for a moment and zoom in. Because this thread is a 6-ply. It has 6 different strands to it. If you spread it out, you can see them. Now, generally, these are split, usually 3 strands and 3 strands, before you work with it. So here you have one strand ready to thread into the needle to sew with. Before we begin, I'm going to show you how to tie a very neat knot in your thread. Notice I have my needle threaded, and the length is usually between your hand and your elbow. The way you can tie a really clean knot, because you want the back of the work to look as good as it can look, you're going to point the end of the thread to the end of the needle. They're facing each other. And then you hold the thread on the needle, wrap 2 or 3 times, hold in the opposite hand, index finger and thumb, and you make a stitch. And voila, the perfect thread.